What's up guys, welcome back to these channels once again. So kindly for watching me for the first time, remember to subscribe, like and also comment. To my returning viewers, thank you so much for love, thank you so much for your support, for always coming back and watch my video. And greetings to my brothers and sisters all the way from Caribbean countries. I love you souls. So guys, in today's video we are going to talk about something that is normally trend online debate, that Jamaicans are black. It sounds simple, but it's wrong, because Jamaica is not a race. Jamaica is a nationality, because in Jamaica you will find so many answers. So before I dive in, let's watch this video until the end, and then I'll come back with more reaction. I'm your host, Team Tezi Discover. Remember to give this video a thumbs up, and all full credit goes to the original creator of these videos.
Mommy,
Yeah.
who's your favorite artist?
Stupid question, man.
What is the teacher?
World boss.
Is your artist?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm glad you asked this because a lot of people believe that being Jamaican makes you black. It does not mean that. People really confuse race with nationality and ethnicity. So a few things. Race is completely a social construct. There is not a gene, a race gene. It cannot be traced in your DNA at all. Period. At all. Okay? So let's throw the race piece away, because I think that's where people get messed up. They instantly assume. So nationality is your country that you are a citizen of. That is your nationality, and your ethnicity is the culture. So you can be Jamaican in ethnicity and in nationality. You can be Chinese Jamaican. You can be African Jamaican. You can be Irish Jamaican. You can be Hindu Jamaican. You can be all of those things, but it does not make you black. And you're just as Jamaican in ethnicity and nationality. Or you could not be it in nationality. You could live in America, but your ethnicity, your background, your culture could be Jamaican, and you could be Asian Jamaican American, because your nationality is American. I hope that helps for you. Nationality is the country that you are a citizen of. Ethnicity is your culture, your religion, like all of those pieces. That's your culture. And race, social construct, made up. People just want to label you.
Black in America and she's white in Jamaica. But how? So this is Dominique Gabru from California, and when she lived in Jamaica working with the Peace Corps, the Jamaicans racially categorized her as white, and she thought that was strange because she always identified as black. Dominique said that she never noticed how fluid her identity could be until she moved to Jamaica. She said that Jamaicans almost always assumed that she was white, and on one occasion she yelled back in frustration that she was not white. And this is all because of Jamaica's history. Again, Jamaica goes by hyperdescent, meaning that blacks are at the bottom, mixed race people in the middle, and white people at the top. Some mixed race people moving to America were shocked to be categorized as black. Like most places in the world, Jamaica has a long history of legally categorizing mixed race people as white, as what happened with Thomas Winter's children. You only had to be 3 generations removed from the African ancestor to be legally classified as white. Given that race is a social construct and differs from place to place, it is very likely that some of Kamala Harris's ancestors in Jamaica who had African ancestry were not identified as black. So I'm surprised to see some black Americans so upset that other black people are questioning whether Kamala Harris's Jamaican ancestry was always identified as black. Looking at Kamala Harris's cousin, he looks like he can be a part of Cardi B family. Y'all say Cardi B is not black all the time without batting an eye. So while it may be rude to question Kamala Harris's blackness because she grew up in America and she fits the American social construct for what is black, it is not racist to question whether or not her Jamaican line identified or was black.
Shiny man, talk again.
Big up.
I got the blood crazy.
I am born.
Are you man?
Yeah, man, yes, I'm born, man.
You born in Jamaica? So you have the accents lock put on for yourself.
But they're on the right people.
Not even in my next life. Could never, would never, will never. You don't have to worry about that, babes. Me just tuck it in sometimes, you see me? Cause it don't really matter what bad mind people want to say, you know. They can't really stop it.
All right, mommy. Some people are confused when you said you're Jamaican but full Chinese. Can you clarify for them?
All right, don't be confused. All right, I'm Jamaican, full stop. But my parents were born in China, so I am Chinese and full Chinese, no mix.
What a lucky thing say with the America look green card. Mommy, what would have happened if they send me back to China? We're not dead.
That's all my father them when they wake up themselves. Yeah. Joe sing good morning.
How yeah?
And they say Shak Chow is breakfast.
Breakfast.
Me not know no more Chinese language, period. Anybody want to say me know it? Yes, me know it, but me not talking it.
So as a fair-skinned Jamaican, I have been accused of appropriating the Jamaican culture.
Big up my cousin Sim Spice in a real life. Yeah, man. And for all of those people that think Jamaican is a race, I'd advise you to go down to the post office, take a photo, and get a passport. Buy a ticket, go to Jamaica so you could go and see the different ethnic groups that are in Jamaica. Right? Because a lot of y'all on this app sound so blasted ignorant, it's not even funny. And you only make yourself look stupid, like a person that has never taken up a book. Right? Again, Jamaican is not a race.
1, I am Chinese, I am Jamaican. I don't care how you want to put it. Number 2, I'm not mixed. Both my parents are Chinese. Number 3, I speak English, Patois, and Chinese, more specifically Hakka, because I know people are going to ask. Number 4 is there is a large community of Chinese people in the Caribbean, more specifically in Jamaica and Suriname, Guyana, and Trinidad. If you're Jamaican, more specifically living in the Kingston, Mobay, or Ochi area, or even Portmore area, you're going to know that there is Chinese people. But for the people who don't know that there is a Chinese community in these Caribbean countries, there's a huge history lesson behind it for the Jamaicans. You should have learned this in grade 4 to 6. I know that Chinese people are not all over the island, so it's likely that you've never necessarily physically encountered one. So it might be a little bit shocking to you, but yeah, you should have learned the history of indentured labors and all of that. For the people who aren't from the Caribbean, a quick Google search would tell you the indentured laborers first went to Trinidad 1806, and Jamaica, Guyana, Cuba, Suriname. So that means there's actually Chinese people in the Caribbean that actually speaks Dutch or French, which I personally think is way more interesting than just speaking patois.
Much like the United States, Jamaica was also a society that was built on slavery. The difference is instead of enforcing the one-drop rule, Jamaica had the brown racial group, which was the racial group between black and white. They were brown, or free people of color, which is where these 4 people would fall under. A chart from a study done in 1960. And if you look at how the races are broken down in Jamaica, you see there's African, obviously this would be people you classify as black. European, people you would classify as white. There's East Indian and Afro-East Indian, meaning East Indians and their mixed black descendants. Chinese and Afro-Chinese, meaning Chinese and their mixed black descendants. Afro-European, or the group known as brown. And then there's other. Jamaica is a country where, due to the Atlantic slave trade, the majority of the people are of African descent. But due to things such as religious persecution, which led to Portuguese Jews and Syrian, Lebanese, Palestinian Christians coming to the island, as well as the indentureship after slavery, which led to a lot of Chinese and Indians coming to the island, there are some Jamaicans who have ancestry that is not solely African. Them having pride in that ancestry that is not African does not equal shame in the African ancestry. It just means that they are able to love themselves in their entirety. Out of many one people, folks.
Of the fact that there are Indian Caribbeans amongst us and that live in the Caribbean currently.
I want to ask Americans a question. Why is it so hard for you guys to realize that the West Indies has different races and ethnicities? Because when I have told a lot of Black Americans this, and I've told a lot of white Americans the same comment, it's all of a sudden I get so much hate for letting people know about my culture. So like my dad's family, as all of you guys should know, my dad's family's from Jamaica, and I have a lot of Chinese, East Indian, Scottish, Irish, Jewish, Black, like there's so much mix up on my dad's side of the family. And I don't understand why it's so hard for people to process that you can be from the West Indies and not be Black. I don't know why that's such a big deal. Like, you know, a lot of Asian and white people went through a lot of difficult things back in the day in the 1800s too because of colonizing, you know?
It doesn't? Oh man. I really wish I had known that before I started making TikToks on being Jamaican, because now I feel like such a fool. Gosh, how are we going to break it to the Canadians who were born in Canada and were raised in Canada, and now I have to tell them they're not Canadian? Oh boy. Okay. Well, anyway, thank you for letting me know. Honestly, thank you.
Why do you people think that we're going to be like you all? Why do you think we're going to be dull? How do you expect us to step into a room or walk into a community and not be noticed? Hello? What are you talking about? We are Jamaicans. You have a little Chinese community over there, so you have an Indian over there, so you have Palestinians over there, so you have some white people around there, so one other colors, them, I don't know them, where them come from, but them they are. Korean, Japanese, listen me no man. The matter supposed to explain it for you. Out of many, one people. I'm realize how true this be. Me I talk to one of my elder them and know my relatives them good, and me I talk to my grandmother the other day, and when them start go down in the history and dig up some old picture, Virgin, look how me dark. Look how me nose big. You know want to see the straight nose white people them? Some pretty tall ear people, but I think that's Syrian. Me I say wait, so why all of that skip me? But then me realize about everything mix up, come down, and I so come me come out. And stay how me stay. And me feel good, me I say, what? But listen, people of the world, we are Jamaicans. You understand? We're supposed to stand out. You understand? Because we have nations upon nations. We can come build this place here, and we're there, and we mix up, and make we. So unfortunately, we can't be a little bit and simple. Out of many, we are one people.
If I'm Jamaican, then my ethnicity is Jamaican. My nationality is Canadian. My race is Black. There are three separate things. Your race is what you're socially seen as, whether you're Black, white, brown, whatever. Your nationality is where you reside, where you have citizenship. So you can have citizenship in Canada, UK, the States. My nationality is Canadian. But I'm Black. My ethnicities consist of places in the Caribbean and outside of the Caribbean. So how are you going to sit here and tell me that my ethnicity is Caribbean? Because I'm not just Jamaican, sister. I have multiple ethnicities, one nationality, that being Canadian, and one race, that being Black.
One more thing about Jamaicans. In the Jamaican society, we have many different races coexisting in harmony. Whites, Chinese, Indian, and of course Blacks. But there's something special about this that I never knew until I left Jamaica. That is, we never refer to each other as Black Jamaicans or White Jamaican. No, we just call each other Jamaicans. And I think that's special. That's the way it's supposed to be.
And just so we are clear, we know that being Jamaican is not a race, right? It's not a race. So you have Black Jamaicans, and you have White Jamaicans, and you have Chinese Jamaicans, and you have Indian Jamaicans, right? We know that. Right? Right?
Yo, let me tell you something. You said the worst thing you can do to me, is look me in my face and tell me, say, I lie me, I tell what I say, I come from Jamaica. Here? Just because I don't have blood clot, dreadlocks, I'm not black, I'm not talk patois every day and me no go on like say Ray and over. Yo, if me want chat like a blood clot Yankee every day and talk like say America, guess what? No America me raised. Me left Jamaica when me about what? 9 years old? 8 years old? 8, 9 years old? What you want from me? You want me to look like a blood clot plate of oxtail? Yo, you see what me did there in New Jersey? And everybody used to tell me, say, yo, you're not a Jamaican. You're not Jamaican. I just want to punch them in that blood clot face. Me say the next person will tell me, say, a lie me I tell when me say a Jamaica I come from. I swear I got blood clot punch them in the fucking face here. Because I hate that shit, yo. Why the fuck would I lie? But what the fuck I gotta come out of that? And a Kingston blood clot Cockburn pen my barn, brethren. A real bad girl Indian this year. Nobody make it come out upon you. Don't be the person who make it come out upon you. Yeah? Because me make you know, say, not only is a Jamaica I come from, me's a real bad blood clot girl, yeah?
So let me tell y'all the difference between Africans and Jamaicans. Africans, they're going to accept you no matter what. For y'all, those that don't know me, my daddy's from Nigeria and my mama is American. I tell an African, oh yeah, my daddy's from Nigeria. Or an African sees my last name and they say, oh, are you African? I tell them, yeah, my daddy's from Nigeria. Oh, we're family. My sister, cousin. We are from the motherland. Welcome, my sister, auntie. Oh yes, I'm gonna bring you some fufu and egusi soup. Yes, my sister. I've heard that Jamaicans, they don't care if you have a drop of blood of Jamaican. They don't care if your family, your mama, daddy, born and grown in Jamaica, your granny from Jamaica. If you were not born and raised in Jamaica, they will not accept you. They do not care. They don't care if you didn't born and grow. And then another thing that I see is they'll like Jamaica check you, like what parish you're from. They'll start asking a whole bunch of questions. But I love y'all Jamaicans, but y'all know I love my African people because y'all always gonna accept me no matter what.
Alright, I just gotta clear the air because everyone is jumping to Kamala's defense saying that she's quote unquote black because her daddy is Jamaican. People, please understand that Jamaicans are not black, okay? We Caribbean people from the Caribbean, West Indies, we do not see color like y'all see color. The Caribbeans are mixed just like America. We have all different kinds of ethnic groups, different kind of cultures, different races of people on the islands, okay? Not just one, all the islands. That when we see each other in the United States and we meet up with each other, there's an automatic bond. It's like, oh, but were you for? Oh yeah, oh, what man? We family. Recognize ourselves as family because we don't see color or race. We see what island we are from. If you're from Jamaica, we see you as Jamaican. If you're from Barbados, we see you as Bajan. If you're from Trinidad, we see you as a Trini. If you're from St. Lucia, we see you as a St. Lucian. Okay, we don't see you as a black St. Lucian, a Hispanic St. Lucian, a Dominican St. Lucian, or we don't see him as a black Jamaican, a white Jamaican, a Dominican Jamaican. We don't see him as a Puerto Rican Jamaican, Chinese Jamaican, any of that. You're just a Jamaican, okay? And if you're from Barbados, you're just a Bajan. If you're from Trinidad, you're just a Trini. Point blank, you're not a white, black, this, that, or whatever. Matter of fact, when we first came to America, I didn't know anything about black people. I didn't even know black people was a thing. I didn't know I was considered a black person because that's something that we never used back on the island, especially when I was a kid. Maybe they do now, whatever. But When we was growing up, that was not a thing. I didn't know that I was, quote unquote, considered a black man until I came to America. I didn't know anything about racism until I came to America. Because those things does not matter in the islands. If you're born on one island, that's who you are, no matter where your parents come from. And it doesn't matter because when we link up, we be like, hey, what's up, fam? We family, and that's all that matters. We have a saying, different islands, same people. And it's facts. Because no matter what island you go to, you're going to find a broad variety of cultural people. And you know how we know where they're from? When they open their mouth and they speak. You a Trini. Oh, you from Barbados. Or you a Crucian. Oh, you a St. Lucian. That's how we know each other. We don't know, it doesn't matter what island we are from. We consider ourselves as family. As far as the Kamala being black thing, let's just get to the bottom of it. Okay, before you didn't have any problem with saying that as long as you got one drop of black blood in you, that you're black. You didn't have any problem with that. You didn't have any problem with if they're not white, they're black. You even included Chinese people and Asian people and all of that are literally look just like white people, but except for the eyes and all of that different stuff, but their skin tone is literally just about the same. You don't have any problem with including them and everybody else in your so-called black race agenda. When the black thing became a little bit too direct, then you started saying, oh, well, let's just embrace the color. We're colored then because we're so many different varieties of people. So then you became colored people. And at the same time, now that this woman is up for presidency or up for this seat, that seat, or whatever, now we have to differentiate what kind of colored person she is. What kind of black, how much black does she have in her blood? And all of that crazy nonsense. She's not the one with the problem, y'all are. Even if she said she was Indian or black. That's what y'all say. Y'all ain't never had a problem with that shit before. But because now, something is at stake, now all of a sudden, we got to break down the values within how much blackness there is there. Just crazy.
Caribbeans are not black and shouldn't be celebrated during Black History Month. Now that I got your attention, I'm going to explain why this is incorrect. So to sum it up, I am in this group chat with some high school friends, you could say, and long story short, I guess they weren't happy about the Black History Month assembly, and they voiced their opinion. I guess they didn't like the fact that this dance group called Creative Movement went up on stage and they were shaking their behinds or whatever to Afrobeats and dancehall, and she said that actually has nothing to do with Black History Month, which is a celebration of black culture, and black as in... Since I am from a Caribbean descent, I said that she sounded ignorant, and I proceeded to tell her that African and West Indian culture is very important to black history. Yes, Caribbean and black culture are two different things, but at the end of the day, we're still the same thing and we're black. Both went through oppression, both went through discrimination, both went through slavery. Like, let's talk about it. Then she proceeds to say, Tiana, you're quite literally Caribbean American, not African American. Last time I checked, when I go to apply for a job or fill out any papers, I check off Black African American. Then this person also continues to say that Caribbean American History Month is in June and that we have a whole month to ourselves and to stop colonizing their month. Black History Month is not only to celebrate African Americans, but it's to celebrate all black people and their achievements that helped contribute to black history. Now, I'm not the smartest person, but I know enough about my history to educate others. And it says here that black Jamaicans have made a significant contribution to black history.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you have enjoyed and watched the full clip how really people are confusing Jamaicans. They are saying that Jamaica is not a race. Jamaica is a nationality. That is, when you just go to Jamaica, you will find at each and every accent. Because so many people are confusing online that Jamaica all Jamaicans are black. No, all not Jamaicans black. In Jamaica, we have so many races, and this we must clear up this air that you must now understand between a race, between an ethnicity, and between a race, an ethnicity, and a nationality. Being a race is just a social thing, and being an ethnicity means you are from certain country, you are living in certain country, so you must be in that country. And being a nationality being that you are living in that country. So if you go to United States, you will find the black American, you'll find the white American, you'll find the Asian American. So many people, and like so many people confusing even in Asians, they normally so many confuse. So in Jamaica, we have so many accents. We have so people who are born there, and when you just go in Jamaica, you'll find the Chinese Jamaicans. People who have that school in Jamaica, you'll find the white Jamaicans. You'll find the Asians Jamaica, Lebanese. You'll find the African Jamaicans. So they are in skin color, but don't look the skin color. Look at the culture. The culture is something that's making these people to pick one color, because all the vibes all. When you look the Chinese Jamaica, they the dressing code is like the Jamaica. Even they speak that Patos language of the Jamaica, and they even eat the food. And so many people are confusing in social media, spreading the propaganda that the Jamaica, all Jamaicans are black. No, Jamaica is a Jamaican is a nationality. It's not a race. It's a nationality, because during the colonization, most of the Chinese, most of the whites were there in Jamaica, and they stayed here up to their entire life. That's why you have seen the Chinese in Jamaica. You have also seen the Irish in Jamaica. You have also seen the Japanese in Jamaica, and even Africans are in Jamaica. So those are Jamaica. So it's a mixture of people, and they all practice the culture of what is Jamaicans are doing, because we will find them speaking in a fluent patois language, eating the egg, eating the chickens, all things. And when they go outside the Jamaica, they really being the nationality. They are the ethnicity in that country, but they are the nationality of Jamaicans. And we must put this thing to an end, because people are so many confusing people saying that Jamaican is not a race. Jamaica is a nationality identity, and things are making Jamaica to know a Jamaican. It's about the identity, because those people that have lived in Jamaica, they have the confidence of being a Jamaican, the energy, the vibes, the way they really vibes, they are the really Jamaicans. Even you have seen that how that guy is explaining, it's the vibes. Really, you recognize this guy is a Jamaican, and this guy is a Jamaican. So that's why you will find the Asian Jamaican, Chinese Jamaican, Japanese Jamaicans, Irish Jamaicans. It's the same like the United States of America. So people stop now confusing it, because Jamaica is the country that has so many accents, have so different accents. Each and everybody just going to Jamaica. Even the Arabs also are in Jamaica. So we can call them Arabs Jamaicans. They are not the blacks, but they are the really Jamaicans. And another thing that is making Jamaica to be unique, this is model that is out of many one people. So you'll find that in Jamaica, you'll find so many people. You'll find the whites, you'll find the Asians, you'll find the Chinese, you'll find the Irish, you'll find the Africans. There are many, but it's one people. So out of many, one Jamaica. That is the meaning of that motto. So being the many people in one country, but it's one Jamaica. And that is the Jamaica I'm talking about, that is really confusing so many people and coming out when you just mention Jamaica. people think that Jamaica are blacks. No, not all Jamaica are black. It's a nationality. Jamaica is a nationality. And that's why I normally say that Jamaica being that the way it is, it has so many accents. Even a Chinese can speak a Patois language, very fluent. Japanese, all people are speaking Patois language. I've done a lot of video here showing how the Jamaicans, the Japanese, the Irish, how they are really speaking the fluent Patois language. That shows that those people, the culture, it has really influenced so many, the Japanese, so many other countries. Thank you so much for watching me. I'm your host, Team Tasty Discover, and if you like these vibes, please make sure you subscribe, like, and also comment. So let's meet interact in comment section. Let's view how is Jamaica a race or a nationality. So let's interact in the comment section about Jamaica. Bye for now. See you next.